The Tata Punch was launched in India on 18th of October 2021. Current prices are in the range of Rs 5.95 lakh to Rs 9.49 lakh ex-showroom. There are 7 color options, 4 trim levels, 1 petrol engine with 2 gearbox options, and of course a special version called the Kaziranga Edition that was launched recently. And one of these special Kaziranga editions will be auctioned during IPL 2022 to raise funds for rhino conservation in the Kaziranga National Park. Before we begin, here is also a little recap of what we've done with the Punch so far. We did the fuel efficiency for the AMT version, done the first drive review, brought our reviewers into the studio and had an in-depth discussion about the car, and of course given you all the details of the vehicle. All the links to the videos are in the description below, and for all the details on the Tata Punch, do visit our website carwale.com. Now onto the video. So we are here at the petrol pump, and this is how it's going to go for the CarWale real world fuel efficiency test. Every car that we test at CarWale is tested using the tank to tank method, which means that we tank up the car to the brim, drive it on a predefined route for city and for highway separately, and once we are done with that predefined route for a predefined distance, we'll then come back to the pump, tank up the car again to see what the real world fuel efficiency is. So distance driven by the amount of fuel consumed is the real world fuel efficiency. Now at the very core of this video is this, which is Tata's 1.2 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine. This engine produces 85 bhp and 113 Nm of torque and can be had with a 5-speed automated manual, for which we've already done the fuel efficiency test, or a 5-speed manual, which is what we are driving today. Now this is the same engine available in the Altros, the Tiago, the Tigor, as well as the Tiago NRG. Tata claims an ARAI fuel efficiency of 18.97 kmpl for this engine in this car. This Tata Punch, like its AMT counterpart, comes with 2 driving modes, City and Eco. Eco, as its name suggests, is the more eco-friendly mode and is useful in really low speed situations or when you really want to go slowly, and it gives you a sort of a slow throttle response. Once you switch the car to City, the button is on this side by the way, and you get an indication in the digital bit of the instrument cluster. Once you switch the car to City mode, you get access to all the torque and power, and the car feels livelier, and this is useful out on the highways and when you need to make progress quickly. Ideally being in City mode would be the better thing, as you get access to all the power and torque all the time, and the way you need to work this engine, it's better to be in that mode. Now this 1.2 litre engine is not the most refined unit, and you can feel vibrations in the steering wheel and gear lever, and it's quite a bit audible. What's more, it lacks bottom and grunt, and thus you kind of have to work the engine quite a bit to get some action out of it. And while in the AMT that wasn't so much a problem by nature of it being an automatic, here because it's a manual gearbox, you need to row it a bit more if you need to get some immediate punch, and this is quite evident when you need to make overtakes, or rather you need to make quick overtakes. You will need to plan in advance, build up momentum and then take it forward. Now while it may lack bottom and grunt and a little bit of refinement issues, the Punch rides beautifully, especially at low speed, absorbing everything in its path and hardly displacing its occupants. Now these are just some brief observations. If you want the full fat review, you can go and check out our first drive review, links to which is in the description below. Now, we have completed the city fuel efficiency run of 80 kilometers and are back at the petrol pump to tell you what kind of efficiency the Tata Punch manual offers. Well, here are the numbers. This Tata Punch manual used 5.98 liters to do the 80 kilometers, giving us a fuel efficiency of 13.25 kmpl. which is not too far away from the MID indicated 13.6 kmpl. Now out on the highway, this Punch feels like a much more sure-footed car to drive thanks to a strong mid-range which allows you to cruise at 3-digit speeds without much difficulty. It's also aided by the fact that it's quite a bit heavier than its rivals, making it feel more planted on the road. Now, because of the way the engine is and way this car is, it's better to plan your moves in advance, especially if you're doing somewhere where there are a lot of turns. Load up the car and carry the pace constant through the turns. We've completed the highway efficiency run for this Tata Punch manual, tanked up the car, and here are the numbers. This Tata Punch in this manual, guys, used 4.42 liters to do the 80-kilometer trip, giving us a fuel efficiency of 18.44 kmpl. The MID indicated a fuel efficiency of 19.6 kmpl. Now we've told you city fuel efficiency figures, highway fuel efficiency figures. Well, a combined average of both gives us 14.54 kmpl. And this combined with the 37-liter tank that this car has gives us a range of 538 kilometers, something that's quite impressive for a vehicle of this size, category and with this engine. It's quite similar to what the AMT also offers. So there you have it, the fuel efficiency figures for the Tata Punch manual. Here then are the fuel efficiency figures not just for the Tata Punch manual but also for the automated manual version that we tested earlier. What do you think of the Tata Punch, and also what do you think of our fuel efficiency test? Do leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also like, share and subscribe to the CarWale YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.